at the time of his death?
It was only because of the grimoire that we could identify him at all.
What actually happened? How did he die?
A building collapsed on top of him. I don't know any other way of putting it.
Where did it happen? Where was this building?
The southern part of Śródmieście, not far from the police station. Anyway, you can miss it.
Of all the possibilities, this was the death that fate prepared for him.
I foresaw a slightly more pleasant end for him myself. I doubt even he deserved such a horrible death.
Those might be the kindest words you've ever said on the subject of a father.
How typical of his sort of person to keep a portrait in his study of a family that was only a family on canvas. Not long after the painting was done, he got divorced, ruined the Nijitas, and kicked out his son. But there the portrait hangs, as if family meant anything at all.
I don't know what exactly happened with Aboritse, but I know that Papa felt guilty. You don't want to forgive him even now that he's gone?
The dead need no forgiving. And as for forgetting, I don't know how. It's just a shame about the grimoire.
What do you intend to do?
And Mordechai Chayat. Could that be a lead?
I don't think so. He worked with Father, but he left more than a year ago. I don't know why. He was an assistant at my store.
Do you know where I might find him?
Sadly, no.
Do you have any other ideas?
Father evidently knew a certain Ivan Konieczkin. Have you heard anything about him?
Konieczkin? No, doesn't ring a bell.
All sorts of people came to Papa's store. That doesn't mean every one of them might know something about the grimoire.
That's true. You've got your work cut out for you.
And where are Father's things at the moment?
You're standing at the very center of his kingdom. Not everything has been sorted through yet, but you go right ahead.
In the store? I should check there too.
I've started stock taking there to distract myself, and I don't want you to go in there before I've finished.
As you wish. I think we have to look for the answer in the place where it happened.
With your sight, you can make out more in those ruins than I, or Uncle, or Detective could. This is a good lead, but is it the only one?
Now at least I can see how little I know. Maybe these scraps of information will lead me somewhere.
Well, now that we know what's got to be figured out, forgive me, my darlings. I'm going to give my old bones a rest.
I'll see you out.
Goodbye, Uncle. And, Ligia. I'm sorry it happened this way. That I wasn't close by.
The most important thing is you're here now.
How do you find our old stomping ground? Yes, I'm not too fond of this place either. This is where I had my last conversation with my father, just before I left. If you can call it a conversation. Can you see my dreams? Nightmares, actually. Ever since I decided to come back, I keep reliving the same memory. The loan shark incident. I've been seeing his death more and more lately. I wonder if his shop is still there. Perhaps we should go there and check. I am about to go deaf. Hello?
I talk here? Do you hear me now? Victor? Victor, are you there?
Grigori? Yes.
Victor, where are you?
On the other end of the line, at home, where the telephone rang.
Incredible.
Has something happened?
To me? No. I am telecommunicating with you to say I found lodgings here in Warsaw. If you need me, I'm by the cemetery. What number is it? Yes, 7 Powaskowska Street. Number 7 by cemetery. Powaskowska.
I'm glad. It's good to hear your voice.
It's good to hear you as well. Goodbye. I want to end now. What do I... like this? Wonderful device. Remarkable. Hello? Oh, and now?
Have you found anything yet about the grimoire? Is there any way I can help?
In Father's study, I found a trace of a woman that I couldn't identify.
Probably Svetlana Rumyantseva.
Who is she? And what did Father have to do with her?
Svetlana is a Russian aristocrat who travels with the Romanovs' court. I can only tell you she was a customer of Father's.
A customer? If you don't want to say, then don't. Where can I find her?
When she's in town, she stays at the Imperial Hotel.
She might know something that will help me find the grimoire.
Not so fast. To get in, you're going to need me and my connections. Svetlana is famous for her soirees where she hosts the crème de la crème of Warsaw.
What's a soiree?
How long did you say you lived with Mother in Paris? Just a party, if you like. Do you know what that is?
Very funny.
We could go together. How about you track down some evening clothes and I'll sort out the invitation? And I won't take no for an answer.
Sadly, you never give me a chance. Unfortunately, everything in my wardrobe is antediluvian. I need a tailor.
There's a shop at 11 Pruzhna Street that's fairly decent and quick. We also have barbers in Warsaw in case you want to do something about whatever you have growing on your head and face.
Let's wait.
So, did you miss the city? Me neither. Let's wait until...
Come in.
I'll come back some other time.
As you wish, sir. Ah, the talkative gentleman. Sit down, please.
Please set my hair to rights.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. I don't usually talk to clients. Do you like it?
Yes, you're talented.
Years of practice. My clients are always satisfied.
Excuse me.
Damn it. I forgot to turn the key.
Sorry, what?
You tell me. What is it?
I need some evening wear. Quick.
Good proportions.
Thank you.
Alterations won't take long. Your name and address, sir?
Viktor Shulsky, 9 Green Square.
I'll send a messenger when I'm done. Now, I'd like to go to my business.
I won't bother you.
All right.
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
I see you went to a barber. That's something at least.
Recently I met a bearded guy who's not especially fussy about his appearance. And yes, people welcome him everywhere with open arms anyway.
Maybe he's a natural charmer. I've heard that can get you into the Imperial even without a tailcoat.
Very funny.
Are you getting dressed so we can go, or have you changed your plans?
Wait a moment. It's hard for me to leave behind an image I've perfected over so many years.
Have you made up your mind? This soiree isn't going to last forever.
Yes, let's go and see if I do fit in.
In that case, I'll go get changed too. Look at you. And here I worried I was the only one who looked good in trousers. Very chic choice.
We can switch places. I look better than you do, all in all.
That I'd like to see. You think Papa would be mad that we're going to a party right after his funeral?
I hope so.
Victor.
He could have kept from losing the Black Grimoire. Are we ready?
Yes, the carriage is waiting.
Welcome to the Imperial Hotel. How may I help you?
Ligia Szulska, here on the invitation of Svetlana Rumyantseva.
Yes, we are expecting you, of course. The soiree is taking place in apartment 237, second floor. I wish you a thrilling and successful evening.
I'm impressed. How did you sort that out?
Our name still means something. Let's do our best to keep it that way, all right?
Who are you, my golden slithering friend.
Victor? Victor? Victor! Can you hear me?
Yes, of course.
These people are just waiting for us to put a foot wrong, understand? We're walking into the Viper's Den, brother.
Everything's all right. I just got a little lost in thought. I'll be good, I promise. I'm going to hang around here a little longer. I'll meet you upstairs.
See you there.
Well, well, someone new.
Good evening.
Good evening, Viktor Szulski.
Irina Orlova of those Orlovs. This is Natalia Obolenskaya, and this strangely quiet soul is our delightful Sofia Skawan.
Irina is exaggerating. Nice to meet you, Mr. Szulski.
The Governor General's daughter herself. How do you do?
What can you tell us?
How are you enjoying yourselves?
We can't complain. Seeing as we're debutantes, we're getting a lot of attention.
Really?
Maybe you'll tell us something about yourself.
I suspect you want to hear more about the book.
We've never met a thaumaturgist before. To tell the truth, I didn't believe they existed.
A thaumaturge. Don't worry. But now you do.
Well, it depends on what kind of trick you show us, Mr. Szulski.
I need to slip away for a moment.
Oh no, what a shame.
What did we come here for? These soirees are for old people.
Good evening. May I?
Please, we're not discussing anything consequential.
You keep on worrying about yourselves. I intend to make the most of this evening.
See, I told you he was in love. Miss Skawan is out of your league, my friend.
To say nothing of her father.
Old Scowen and I are practically on first-name terms now. You'll see.
I'm sure.
So, one eye-catching girl has already got an admirer. What does that leave us, Maxime?
Not much. The dull, the silly, or, well, the old.
En parlant de Ligia Szulska, she just passed this way.
Pigs will fly before someone fancies her.
She'd actually prefer Sofia Skawan, according to what I've heard. Well, what do you think?
My name is Viktor Szulski.
Well, there we have it.
And I don't like what I just heard, especially about my sister.
And, what are you going to do about it?
Pardon me, gentlemen. I promised that I would be well behaved tonight.
Lunatic.
Mr. Szulski?
I didn't expect to see you here, of all places.
You don't know how very flattering that is. And what brings you to the Imperial?
If I may, there's one question niggling at me. How did you get so many scars?
Why do you ask?
I've heard that Russian officers in training have drunken duels with sabers after hours.
No. A very peculiar custom, if that's true.
So where did those scars come from?
I've led an interesting life.
I could ask you the same question.
I'm passing the time.
Ah, curious hobby.
I'm simply interested in people.
A doctor, thaumaturge, or policeman could say the same.
Your interest flatters me. Who knows? Maybe the apple hasn't fallen far from the tree, and someday we'll even be friends.
How well did you know my tree?
We enjoyed talking and lending one another a hand.
Who did you say you were to my father?
A trusted acquaintance. I supported him with good advice. Though truth be told, he rarely needed it. Your father had a gift for making good decisions.
Which of my father's decisions would those be?
Ones that were good for your family. Perhaps we'll have the chance to return to this another time. Goodbye, Mr. Shulsky.
Yes, I'm sure.
And the general says to him, "Tell us something funny." Then Bautsky replies, "General, why don't you shoot a cannon first?"
That's a good one. I'll have to tell it tomorrow at the Orloffs.
Who might this be joining our conversation?
You know, sir, your face looks familiar to me.
My name is Viktor Shulsky.
Ah, yes, I can see something in your eyes. I was sorry to hear about your father.
I'll see you next time, darling. Wonderful party.
See you there.
I think I've offended the creme de la creme of Warsaw.
This is hardly the creme de la creme. How do you find my soirée?
The crux of the matter is that I'm here because of my father. You knew him.
That doesn't sound like a question. Of course, I was his customer. I truly am sorry for you, both of you. The death of someone close is always a dreadful blow. Please accept my condolences.
Svetlana Petrovna, I must insist. Can you tell me something more about my father?
Mr. Shulsky, I assure you we have the most delectable vodka. Besides that, I warmly encourage you to join Madame Samira's séance. It will be an unforgettable experience. I wonder, is that truly everything our soirée can offer you?
I've got no choice but to suffer through tonight.
No need to mince words.
I felt something. Where is it? Thaumaturge never fails me. There is something here. I was looking for you.
Do you smoke, Mr. Shulsky?
I've quit.
In light of our approaching conversation, why don't we dispense with the pleasantries? Call me Svetlana.
Victor.
Ask.
You two had an affair.
Two grown-up, lonely people found momentary comfort in each other's arms. But romance wasn't behind that relationship. It was just that we were both looking in the same direction.
What do you mean by looking in the same direction? That large travel chest. You changed your mind
About whether or not to pack. Right then I wanted to escape badly, but that would have had its own consequences. In this game of false appearances, I'm the best.
The burned note. Who sent it? I only sensed underhanded kindness.
Da, the Ochrana. I don't know which one of them exactly, if that's what you're asking. I've worked hard at it.
The Ochrana?
It stands for Отделение по охранению общественной безопасности и порядка. In other words, the secret police.
I know what they are. I'd like to know what they want.
Knowledge. The Tsar's eyes and ears must be on guard. They infiltrate not only the city, but most importantly, the court. And me and my soirees too, I'm sure.
When did you receive this note?
A few weeks ago, back before your father.
I see. I still don't know how this lovely note ended up in your hands. But in addition, I found a lovely strings of pearls, and on it, your feelings of guilt.
Your power is terrifying. Do you know that?
Your feelings of guilt. Do they have something to do with the Romanov court?
With the whole empire. Ruski mir im podawaj. We, the establishment, perceive the need for change. We want reform. The Colossus is already teetering, but if it falls... La guillotine, mon chéri. But I want to live, Victor. Ideally, closer to the west.
I hoped you might know something about the Black Grimoire. My father left it to me in his will, but the grimoire has gone missing.
No. And the collapsed building? Have you been there?
Not yet.
However, how hard it is, you should check there. It will give you more understanding than all the investigators put together. My dear boy, I know nothing about Stanisław's book. I'm sorry, but I can't help you there. But I will not let you leave empty-handed. I strongly believe that there is one place you ought to visit. What you find there belongs to you.
Thank you. I know you. I remember you from books. What's your name? Don't run away.
Splendid ladies, distinguished gentlemen, the hour is at hand. With lights dimmed and the curtains drawn, the souls of the dead slowly gather among us. On their command, I will give the chosen among you a tarot card as your invitation to the table. Let us gather in secret ritual. Let's not keep the souls waiting too long. Maybe that's enough. What do you want?
The trick with entering someone's head. I know one person who can do that.
You're not much of a thaumaturge if you can't. Have you come here to torment me? Unmask me?
I don't see any fun in unmasking you.
So what do you want?
I think your idea of pretending to be a medium is fantastic.
Sounds like I impress you.
How many people know?
Is that a threat?
I noticed a wild saluter here. I understand your being here has something to do with them in particular.
Keep your nose out of this.
Why?
Because I'm warning you.
What do you know about this saluter? Do you know its name?
Don't you?
A name doesn't tell us much anyway. All that matters is picking out the person in this crowd with the flaw.
I know perfectly well who carries the flaw. Another reason for you to stay out of it.
That's not such a ladylike tone, madame. Maybe we should just let the best one catch that saluter.
You mean yourself?
The person with the flaw attended the seance, right? So I'm on the right track.
Have you finished?
So should we finish up?
That would be best.
Listen to me carefully, Mr. Whatever your name is.
Szulski, but you can call me Victor.
Now, Mr. Szulski, you will vanish like a bad dream, and I will get back to work. Szulski, don't play with me.
Do you know the hostess well?
Will you leave me alone if I say I don't?
No.
Svetlana Petrovna invited me, and I am doing my best to meet her expectations. Let's keep out of one another's way.
I'll disappear. For now.
Sometimes it's good to let things go and leave other people in peace, for your own benefit.
I think I'll take up this gauntlet.
Mr. Szulski, may I have a word?
How can I help?
My friends and I are just playing Truth or Dare, and now it's my turn. Won't you dazzle me with your powers?
First, please tell me the rules of this game.
Of course, I'm being silly. After all, you've been away a long time. It's simple. Each player in turn must admit a truth or accept a dare. Anyone who doesn't must drop out of the game and thereby loses. And I don't like to lose.
I would guess that to you, a dare would be the lesser of two evils.
How very perceptive. It involves finding out my comrades' secrets. Irina, Maxim, or Sergei. The trick is that you're cleverer at it than I am.
Your companions don't have anything against a little ruse like this?
It's not deception, it's resourcefulness. In theory, there's no rule against asking for help. Please don't make me beg, Mr. Szulski.
Let me see what I can find. Will any secret do?
Any. I'll wait anxiously for your return.
I'll take a look around.
They're getting impatient. What have you found out?
I'm still investigating the problem.
They're getting impatient. What have you found out?
Miss Irina would like to get to know Maxim better, but she keeps hesitating.
What? She never told me. Some friend she is. And what does our dear Maxim think of that?
Maxim only has one thing on his mind. Miss Irina.
Oh, I knew it!
Oh, I was wondering where you'd gone off to.
You know Sergei, don't you?
We're already acquainted.
Mr. Shulsky and I have completed my extra difficult dare together.
At your service.
Now time for truth. Are you seeing anyone?
My heart is already taken.
I was counting on a different response.
Mr. Shulsky, our time is up. Sofia and I must leave for the seance. Madame is waiting.
Thank you once more.
See you. Therefore, the Salita chased Sofia Scowen and her floor here. She seemed like such an innocent girl, didn't she? If I want to discern that little schemer's flaw, I'll have to join that sepulchral table. Either her scheming or her jealous knight in shining armor will help me identify her flaw. Is this seat free?
The energy is dissipating. Ladies and gentlemen, I am losing contact with these souls.
So now please focus on them.
Yes, please begin. You, sir, have closed our circle.
Let us lay our hands on the table. Let us allow our minds to liberate themselves from our bodies toward the edges of the world as you know it.
Are you thinking of someone exceptional whom you wish to summon?
Leave her alone.
Sergei, this has nothing to do with you.
Dear guests, I implore you, the souls!
Is that jealousy I hear?
Stand here, right now!
I accept the challenge right now.
Focus on someone you want to make contact with.
There is one soul I'd like to summon.
Whom do you mean?
Teofil Skalski. Does that name mean anything to you? The poor man drowned on the way to Africa, didn't he?
No, it wasn't like that. I didn't know he would be killed.
Are you planning a similar fate for Sergei? Anything to stir up a scandal, huh?
Yes, that's why. Because only then you will all see me. The only time anyone shows an interest in me is when something happens around me. Is it such a sin to want to be loved?
The powers you and your kind have are terrifying.
That's why people hate you! That's why my father is cracking down on you!
All that matters is I have what I wanted.
Don't you dare! You were supposed to stay away. I was supposed to leave here with Velis. All that work for nothing.
Spare yourself the trouble. It was a fair fight.
But I don't intend to hold you here. Truth be told, I even feel sorry for you.
What does that mean?
Rid yourself of the pride you've got within. Otherwise, it will lead you to the gallows.
Enough of this. There's a salutator waiting for me.
Enjoy him, fool.
Rasputin sees you. Then you'll stop fighting me.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, this evening the souls were particularly restless. Miss Sophia, is everything all right? And you, sir, what can you tell us?
I have to explain myself. It was me who provoked the whole situation. Sophia didn't have anything to do with it.
But what was all this for?
What's going on here? The guests are complaining, and with good cause, I see. We're terminating this disaster.
One moment. First, Mr. Shulsky will explain himself.
I'm part of the upper crust, just like you. Could it be that plotting suddenly isn't much fun when it's targeted at you?
Have you destroyed me for the sake of a bit of fun?
Sophia, not everything revolves around you.
How dare you!
Young lady, we will gladly explain this in the forecourt. Will the gentleman with a book be leaving peacefully, or should we show him out?
No need, I can make it to the door. Madame, honored guests.
Victor, don't scare me like that.
Mr. Shulsky, are you all right?
I think it's time for us to go.
I'll snug us a carriage.
You'll have a hard time at this hour. I'll drop you off.
Thank you. That's very polite. Thank you for an interesting evening.
Are you angry?
I need to rest.
I'm sorry it all turned out like this.
Not tonight, please.
Konieczkin is up to something.
Victor, if not for him, he really helped us tonight. I don't want to talk about it tonight. Good night.
The telephone. Hello?
Hello? Hello? Victor?
Speaking.
Victor, Uncle Sasha here. How are you? Have you visited your old stomping ground yet?
Is there any specific reason why you're calling me?
I need your help, boy. It's a very delicate matter. Are you able to find a moment for your uncle?
Maybe now would be a good time to explain it, since you're calling.
It's not something to discuss over the phone. They keep switching those lines. You never know who's listening.
All right, so where should we meet?
Remember where I took you kids for donuts?
I do.
Let's meet there. Maybe we can reminisce about the old days. Better days. See you then, Victor. Thank you.
Yes, sir?
Please let me in. It's urgent.
You can't just turn up like this. What will I tell sir and madam?
Fear not, I'm here for Rasputin.
I can sense he's in the drawing room.
Intriguing.
Is that him?
In the flesh. Allow me to introduce you. My dear hostess, Aniela Naradzinska, and my dear friend, Viktor Szulski.
Your father had a beautiful funeral.
Thank you.
My dear, we finished for today. Now I'll find out what brings Viktor to us. What brings you here?
But you were the one who phoned.
Very funny.
Actually, I don't feel great.
Let's see what you brought with you this time. Close your eyes and focus on my words. Concentrate on my voice. Relax and focus within yourself. Follow my voice inside yourself. Do you see him? He's remarkable.
I can't tame him.
You can, and you will. Look, he's afraid of you. Calm your heartbeat. It will scare him off. Calm yourself. You look better. You slept a long time.
Yes, it feels that way. What year is it?
Still 1905. Yet time flows on inexorably.
Have you known them long?
No. But Aniela and Lucian are my two good souls. They took me, an impoverished preacher, in under their roof. And I'll never forget that.
Are you helping them too?
I am a balm for Aniela's frazzled nerves. But enough of that. Tell me what you need.
You look like you've made yourself at home. Are you going to be staying on here for long?
No, I'm afraid not. They're kind people, but I've experienced another vision. Though not fully terrifying, it is troubling.
Will you tell me about it?
Later. What brings you to me?
Why was she looking at me so oddly? What did you tell her about me?
She's never seen a thaumaturge before. I only mentioned to her how we met. Can I help you at all?
No, I won't bother you. We can talk next time.
The Naradzinski door is always open to you.
Am I a magician or what? Death did not catch my father by surprise. It seems as if he had been expecting it, just not at that moment. He was practically annoyed about it. There was something he had wanted to finish. And this building, it couldn't have just fallen down like that, right as he was going by. Maybe he was on his way to a tryst with Svetlana.
Hey, Suski!
What?
Chicken butt. Tie him up. There you go. Tighter. We took his book. Well done. All right, let's wake the asshole up. Wakey, wakey.
What's...
Well, come on, Sleeping Beauty. I haven't got all day. Now, let me get a good look at you. You look rough, fancy boy. This isn't what I was expecting.
What's the meaning of this? Who are you?
A shooting star, am I? For a moment, flickering, granting hope, holding fearful humanity briefly by the throat, before suddenly vanishing.
Hold on. About it.
Someday, this poetry will be the end of me. Long time no see, Shulsky.
What kind of a sick idea is this? Kidnapping me?
It's a joke! You don't find it funny?
No.
What does it feel like to have your life depend on me?
Not the best. Listen, I understand you hold some resentment within yourself over what happened, but I can't change the past.
Well, yes, but shit! You told me to wait for help and instead the boys in blue showed up and you washed your hands of it and left my pop to rot in prison. At least admit that you acted like a dick.
It's not like that. I didn't mean to hang you out to dry. I was going to get help, but...
What, didn't they have ink in France? The time for explanations was 15 years ago. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. You're just like your father.
My father's karma came back to bite him. A horrible death in return for the kind of man he was. I'm sure you heard.
Well, admittedly, nothing's put a spring in my step in a long while, like hearing that Shulsky met his Andes sludge on the sidewalk. They say the devil doesn't take the wicked, but for your old man, he made an exception.
Now that he's dead, let's put the past behind us.
There'd be no reason to talk if you hadn't pinched Papa's gut back then. Victor, it kills me that we pulled the trigger together. Together.
You did? Where's that rat?
What the fuck?
Boss, it's the Cossacks again. Come here, coward.
Looks like you've got a chance for redemption. Let's show these dickheads you don't mess with the shivs.
I'll take a look around.
You guys again. You shitheads better have a good excuse, because I was right in the middle of an incredibly important meeting.
It was fate that decided. We flipped a coin, and it turns out that today, we're practicing our boxing on you. Some...
Feathers? A beak? I know you. You're... I can't remember now.
Fucked up, but today you'll regret it. Today I've got the Demon Master on my side. Show these cretins, Victor.
You never let me down. This is the best way to start an evening, at Niedzic's bar.
If we're to have fun, let's do it right. A round for everyone. Old friendships never die, right? Here, Polish, pure, the mother of all libations. Enjoy it! Who knows what piss you've been drinking abroad?
So, are we quits? I helped you out. Now, can we forget all that ancient history?
Don't be so sly, Victor. We're not squared up, yet. That burns nicely.
My knuckles are itching. Let's go somewhere and pick a fight.
Good riddance. Well, what do you say, Victor?
It seems to me there's work for me to do at your bar.
No shit. I'll give you a hand.
Not like that. Thaumaturgical work. It seems to me there's a saluter here.
What the fuck? Who brought a demon into my joint? I'll give him... Although, hang on now. A demon is a good publicity. Hey, everybody! From this day forth, the London bar will be known as the Demon's Den. Go and tell everybody that here is the only place you can do shots in the devil's company.
Listen, you keep on thinking about how you can develop your business, and I'm going to take a look around and come right back.
Go! I'm going to wet my whistle and see how you do your hocus pocus. If you need something, I'm here, and I'll give you a hand.
Secrets? Not on my watch.
Have you nosed around my humble little hole in the wall? What's the word?
I've had a look around and something's caught my attention. I think they might have something to do with the Saluter.
Well then, shoot!
A bucket of dirty water and a blood-soaked rag. Whose blood is this?
As if I remember everybody who's bled on the floor here. Every day we've got to clean up after somebody. Is that everything, or have you found anything else?
Who smashed your window?
How long it's been? 2 days, I think. This one Russian bigwig was really fucking irritating me, so I politely asked him to leave. What else can I help you with? Tell me. I'm at your service.
Did anybody die from this bullet that got stuck in the post?
Bullets fly every which way here. That's the atmosphere. Was someone killed? Probably, but that's not very unusual. Look how helpful I am. Keep going.
You like to go wild here, huh? Are you often the one who gets the whole crazy ball rolling?
You know, I used to have a puppy. This little fluff ball was hanging out under the bar. I have a heart, Victor. I have a big heart. Not like those morons over there. To Cossacks, a game without a corpse is no game at all. For me, knocking out teeth, breaking hands, I'll take it. A stiff spoils the mood a bit. That's my opinion.
What happened to the puppy?
He was called Romeo. He fell in love. One day he packed his bag and ran off with that pig. I'm sure he started a family. He's raising his puppies and reminiscing. Yeah. My brave little guy. But what were we talking about?
You get a lot of stiffs here then?
Where my corpse here lieth down. Something looketh around. What do you call a lot? 3 a month on average, I'd say. Danis, that Cossack with a dick where his head should be, pulled out his revolver one day and wanted to play Russian roulette. Only with his revolver. But fuck it, I'm not handing my head over so easily to a butcher like that. Well then I'll ask you, is he an idiot or what?
I have to gather my thoughts.
Go ahead, I have to gather myself a little too. Lelek. What the hell did you say, Victor? You're out of your goddamn mind.
The Saluter's name's Lelek. Well, yes, the beak, the feathers, the trill. He loves the smell of death and he enjoys risk and foolishness, which he also fuels.
So let's go get Lelek.
Yeah, come on. Where about it is, Lelek could be as well. Maybe his flaw is speaking for him.
Whoever's with us is with us, and whoever's against us, fuck 'em. Come on, I'll show you places even the philosophers never dreamed of. Maybe your demon will be drinking vodka somewhere there too. Take a deep breath. That's the smell of Warsaw nightlife. Smell it, Victor. Relish it.
A bouquet of sweat, shit, and puke. And piss, thanks.
But it's Warsaw's piss and puke interwoven with, come on, you'll see the true face of Abaurycy Niedzic. And maybe you'll even find what you're looking for here. Welcome to my world.
Meaning what? That they've got a guy tied up in the back here too, and they're about to threaten to drown him in the Vistula?
I see the positive mood of the neighborhood has infected you. Wonderful. But you guessed wrong, friend. Here, well, magic happens here. Thought is transformed into word to penetrate the material and infuse the universe with tenderness. All right, let's drink, shall we?
Now you drink up and let your words flutter, or whatever you do with them, and I'm going to hunt around after Lelek.
Suit yourself. The usual for me. My teetotaler friend is going to poke around a little. Well, how's it going, friend?
A double barrel each, please.
People come here to tickle their palates with exquisite libations. Let's do a milk of 83.
You're not messing around.
After years of begging and eating scraps off aristocratic tables, I'm not messing around.
You come here to get some fresh air away from the underworld?
I come here so I don't forget who I am. A poet.
You've always had a silver tongue.
Don't I know it? Add to that a despicable past, and you've got all the ingredients for a poet.
Now why are we sitting here instead of at your bar?
My lads, bless them, set me up a poetry reading once, but they're simple folk. They don't understand this poesy. They laughed when they should have cried. Cried when their hearts should have flooded with anger. I don't hold it against them. My bar trades on its reputation as a dive. That's how you make the most money.
So what's actually been going on with you over the last 15 years?
My father ended up behind bars, and as for me, the streets took me in, taught me life. I roamed around, got odd jobs, and when I was hard up, I went begging. I've got a tough skin on me, Victor, but the embers of poetry still smolder in my heart. Well, in time, I gained a new family, my shivs.
What is your plan? Would you rather the name Niedzits make people talk about the king of the underworld, or a great poet?
The poetic king of the underworld. Anyway, they already say that. The shivs think of me as a bard, and the competition says so too. And since I've got them all by short hairs, they respect me, even though they can't string two proper sentences together. I've got a gift, Victor. I can't complain about a lack of talent.
To your health. I'm taking a look around.
To your health. You know it's not healthy to drink alone. Well, how's it going, friend?
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I think Lelek is attached to you.
A demon following me around? Bullshit.
There are a lot of indications. Your personality, the things you do, and stuff like that.
I'd rather not have anyone sharing my head with me. Can you do something about it?
I see it like this. You've always had some seed of madness inside you, but I don't think you've ever been so fucked up.
Beg pardon?
You write those poems of yours, but the truth is, violence is the only thing that satisfies you. Blood tastes better than ink.
Maybe to you. What is this nonsense, Victor?
You think to yourself that you're sensitive, that deep down you're good, but that's only your imagination. That's where your poetry ends.
Shit. One more word, and I'll forget about our friendship.
There's nothing to forget. Our friendship is just a figment of your sick imagination.
Stab me in the heart. It'll hurt less.
I know now that you're not the one Lelik is following.
You see? Even the devil can't touch me. He's come knocking a few times, but we've never managed to strike a deal.
And you'd surely be the perfect candidate for him, but only seemingly. So what? Should we continue our search?
Oh, Victor, lad, how that "we" tickles me. Come on, of course we're continuing. We have to find that little brat of yours.
What? You give up, you piece of shit?
Do you see what I see?
I see two morons wrestling with a lamppost. How you fellas doing? Who's winning?
It's a colossus, looking down its nose. Arrogant piece of... I swear it called us sons of bitches.
Well, that would piss anyone off.
All in all, look at it this way, Aboritsa. It is a little stuck up.
Well, that's true. If you look close enough at it, it could be enough to piss you off.
That's what I said.
You sure showed that lamppost what brave squatties you are. It's leaning now, so you taught it a lesson.
Do my eyes deceive me, or are you vandalizing city property? Papers, please.
I think you must have a screw loose, gents. Different rules apply in the bar district.
No need to show your ID, Niedzit. We've already got a cell waiting for you.
Well, I don't think so. Go ahead, Victor.
forgave that the Cossack treatment.
And what? You guys were so worn out from fighting a lamppost that you didn't help?
It was fun to watch. Nijits and the magician in action, it's a fine sight.
Time to keep an eye out for Dennis. He was injured in the fight with the Colossus and got lost. I think.
Maybe the Ataman ended up at the Lockstock.
Where?
The Lock, Stock, and Barrel. This Ruski bar up the stairs here.
The night's still young. There's excitement.
Let's follow them, since I haven't yet found Lelik. That could be just where he is.
Private party tonight, no riffraff.
Cheers, Ivan, my friend.
Mr. Niedzits, well, I've got clear instructions.
Don't be silly. It's a beautiful night out. Rare when we see stars over Warsaw. But now look. 1, 2. If you count them all, you'll know the extent of my gratitude.
Well, all right, go on in. I'm fond of you, Mr. Niedzits. I'm just doing my job.
You see? That's respect. This is what they call a private party? What is this, a wake? Good thing we showed up. Double barrel for me. Actually, make that 2.
Come on, don't make me beg. I'll fix up your head for no extra fee.
I'm in no hurry to go upstairs. I feel like a game. You up for one?
Me? Forget it. I have gorgeous hands. Everyone says so. You're not gonna carve them up with that shank.
What? You eavesdropping, magician?
Lock, stock and barrel? Or the London bar?
The demon's den!
You taking a fucking survey? Are you spying for Niedzits?
Sheer curiosity. I work for nobody. I'm the one in charge of...
Devils, I know. Get out of here. I can't stand the sight of you.
Don't mind me. I'm already going.
at her, all over him. I'd know how to make the most of being so popular.
Oh, nasz drug. Come sit with us.
Did I hear you talking about Danis?
Danis and babes.
He talks a lot, makes a big fuss around himself, but when push comes to shove, he leaves them hanging.
So them babes must like him.
Yeah, nothing for us to do except drink and enjoy one another's company.
You know Danis pretty well, right?
Yeah, what about it?
I take a professional interest in guys like him. You think I can ask you guys a couple of questions?
Let's see what you're after, wizard.
Danis had a fiancée, but she dumped him. How come?
You know, he keeps his feelings to himself, but it hurt him. That's what I think.
Maybe she got sick of waiting. She had her pick of men in the village.
And is that what made Danis so devil-may-care? A broken heart?
Sure. What would it be otherwise?
Who is Pasha?
Our buddy, from the same village as us, out past the Don River. We went through a lot together.
Pasha's dead. Leave it at that.
What actually happened to him?
We all stick close together, but when you're drunk, you get some weird ideas. That damned Shashka of Pasha's was a spoil of war. One time, Danis and Pasha got tanked and started playing Russian roulette for it.
So, Danis clearly won. But that little saber of Pasha's doesn't make him feel triumph, more like love and concern. He really looks after it. You know what I think? You're not being straight with me.
What?
I think Pasha and Danis were more than comrades in arms and blood brothers. On top of that, I think that's why Danis' fiancée dumped him. People from your village kept giving her crap.
The fuck are you talking about? They were blood brothers, that's all. You'd love to find a buddy like that, someone for better and for worse.
Calm down, I can see your faithful friends. I'd better go take a drag of Warsaw air.
If you like breathing through a straight nose, don't try any funny business.
Danis doesn't think about what he's doing, and he doesn't care about the consequences, as if it's all in the name of fun. He couldn't cope with his broken heart, so he started tumbling further and further into the depths of chaos. It seems like Pasha was more to him than just a comrade and close friend. His death hit Danis like a train. Since then, his life's been nothing but irrational behavior and risk-taking. He's thumbing his nose at death. I think I'll accept the challenge. Time to figure out his flaw and catch Lelek. I wonder if he'll play Russian roulette with me.
What you sniffing around for again?
You're sitting there so quietly. How about a little game? You play Russian roulette here, lads? Or are you too soft?
Ha! Think you're harder than me? I eat Russian roulette for breakfast. Let's play.
Did someone say Russian roulette?
show us what a tough guy you are, pretty boy.
6 chambers, 1 bullet. Ready to start?
Wait, Victor. Let's play with mine.
Next time we'll play with yours.
I hope so. Let's do it your way. I won't insist.
Does this remind you of anything?
Hang on, isn't that the same gat we used for...
Play.
My turn. It was nice knowing you guys. And you, Victor. If fate so ordains, we'll speak in hell. Well, 4 more. Ah! We're starting round 2.
Is that how it was with Pasha? Do you wonder if you're going to wipe the remains of my brain off your face?
Shut your trap.
Gods of Chaos, watch over me. That's the end. We know what's waiting in the cylinder.
You brave enough to cross even that final boundary?
Have you lost your damn marbles, Victor?
Pasha ran out of luck and lost his shashka, right?
You're all lying. You think I'm scared of death? The sight of me makes the Grim Reaper quake in his boots.
Well, go ahead.
Watch carefully.
Is that lovely song familiar? Don't stop. I'm enjoying listening. of losing. Rasputin will tame you.
Bullets have no effect on me. The end will never come.
What are you talking about, Dennis? Let's get to drinking. The night's still young.
You don't understand. None of you. Leave me alone.
I don't want to hear another word. Get out!
Shut it, Selim. Or I'll find a loaded piece and shoot you dead. Give me a second. To get my thoughts together. I have to.
Time to face the music. You two were playing real Russian roulette. And now you're paying the price.
Me? This is all his fault. Rot in hell, Pasha. I wish I never knew you. And what about you guys? You should have stopped us.
Dennis, come on. We are always on your side.
It's your own fault. You're as stupid as a gimpy dog.
But Pasha decided his own fate. And anyway, you can all suck my dick.
And you can suck ours. Come on, Selim.
What a great job that was. Your diplomacy is priceless. What are you doing on New Year's? Come here, let's talk. What a poetic experience. I can feel it in my bones, as if I were part of something grand, you know?
You knew the Russian roulette game was rigged, right?
No, I thought God would spare you. That's why I wanted to play with mine. You know, I've still got plans for this evening. But tell me, did you catch the little sprat?
Yeah, I did. But it wasn't easy. It still isn't.
Was it worth it?
I don't know. At least now it won't be Lelek deciding Danis's fate. And that's always a good thing.
Anything that lets you sleep at night, friend.
Forget sleep. Now I need hypnosis. Thanks for today, Abodice.
Oh no, hold on now. The night will end when I say so. Come here.
I really don't have the energy anymore. Respect that.
I didn't kidnap you just to let you go that easily. No, sir. There's no better medicine than aquavita. Let's go drink. 4. To us, to you, to vodka. Victor, boy. Maybe 99 bottles.
Hey!
Well, hello, Sleeping Beauty.
My head's about to explode. What the hell are we doing in front of my house?
The front steps got the better of you. But Victor, to hell with that. What a night we had. Admit it. If you're looking for fun, do it with Niedzic.
Well, I admit, it was quite...
Schmite. It was spectacular. And we both know it.
We'd better get away from here. if Ligia finds us.
Ligia! And by what fault do your eyes burn red, hot, while your mouth is like honey? You trust overmuch in my virtue?
I see you're looking after our good name, brother.
At your service, sister. You know that for me, our family's good name always comes last.
I'll pretend that those words are a product of your present indisposition.
Ligia, sweetheart, don't listen to this idiot. It's the booze talking, not him.
Can you make it home from here, or do you need a hand?
But those 5 rubles, remember?
$5? What the hell do I owe you that much for?
My dear friend, I can't answer that question in the company of a lady.
Warsaw whores aren't that expensive. You two got bilked.
Victor, with each word, I find your sister more and more impressive. One way or another, I wouldn't like to have you as a creditor.
If I needed a loan, it was because I'm broke.
Then go fish around at home. A gold watch of Satanisław's would come in handy. He doesn't care anymore.
Satanisław? Here, from now on you can cover your own tabs. Maybe you'll even start paying for your own telegrams. And now, pardon me, but I have things to do in life. Once you've dragged yourself home, brother, I'd like a word with you.
All right, don't worry about it now. We'll have a chance to meet up. Next time, you're buying.
Next time?
So you think I'm done with you? One night like this is too little for us to be squared up. I know not why others stare.
I need to see Rasputin. Hello.
Indeed, fanciable.
Up close, I would even say a solid 8, wouldn't you?
I beg your pardon, ladies.
Of course.
Just walk away slowly so we can have a good look.
Yes, sir?
Please let me in. It's urgent.
You can't just turn up like this. What will I tell sir and madam?
Fear not, I'm here for Rasputin.
I can sense he's in the drawing room.
It's good to see you. Although, I think I can already see what you need. Let's not waste time. How about that?
I'll be very grateful to you for another round of help.
Let me share something about your pace in hunting for salutors. Aren't you losing yourself too much in it? Again?
I don't think so, and if it is, it will only improve. Thanks to you, of course.
I'm just worried. Close your eyes and focus on my words. Concentrate on my voice. Relax and focus within yourself. Follow my voice inside yourself. Where is he?
I don't see him, but I can sense.
So that's how you want to play.
That chirping of his is unbearable.
Do you hear him? Good. That means you can locate him. Point him out to me. Focus on his song and show me where he's hiding. You have him. You look better. You slept a long time.
Yes, it feels that way. What year is it?
Still 1905. Yet time flows on inexorably.
Did you watch me sleeping?
You still drool.
Have you seen the future again?
I don't know if it's the future. It could just be some symbols I don't know how to interpret. Heavy clouds drifting over battlefields, reaping a deadly harvest, and these faceless beings walking among strangely contorted bodies, and the ship, unsinkable, yet it went down with thousands on board. I feel as though I could have stopped it.
I think I shouldn't abuse the Nadezhinsky's hospitality any further.
That distressed woman you mentioned, Svetlana. You know, I saw her in my vision. That surly maid brought me the gossip about her that was going around town. This Svetlana is causing herself trouble.
What was this gossip, may I ask?
Nothing that would sully her in your eyes. She intrigued me. I'd like to meet her. And you know, I think she needs help.
Help? What do you want me to do?
Bring her to me. I won't keep you. Until next time.
Shut up, Snake. Did you think we wouldn't find out?
Идешь с нами.
Gotta shut the door. Garbage blew in.
No вот, доигралась. If you hadn't shown up here. I need a moment. Leave me.
Who are those men? Thieves?
Ochrana.
Sorry, what?
Victor, I need to flee the country. Do you understand? Will you help me?
Everything has its price.
There is something I have not yet told you about Stanisław. I'll tell you in exchange for getting me safely to Vienna.
I'll take you to the Nadarzyńskis and let you know as soon as I've heard anything.
Szulski, you're haggling like an old fishwife. It would break your father's heart.
I don't think he had one.
We had better go.
Forgive me. I'll be back in a moment.
Please, let's go now.
Come on, I'll hail you a carriage.
Wait, my travel chest. I never go anywhere without it. I'd feel safer if you rode with me to the Nadarzyńskis.
If I'm going to help you, I first have to visit the place where a friendship was born and more than one hope died, where the gods of chaos lounge amid the absinthe fumes.
Что?
I need to go to the London bar.
Just hurry, please.
few days, Mr. Digits. A few days. You see this guy?
Mr. Nedges, I'll pay it back, I swear. They're running tomorrow at Makoto Racetrack. I'll win. Deal?
We had one as long as you paid your dues.
I'm begging you.
Quit your bawling. You'll get tear stains on my rug. It's Persian. You look tired. Want a coffee?
What kind of performance was that?
He owes me money. And what did he spend it on? A house? His kids?
On the races. This time it was a sure bet.
Sure, on a horse that stumbled in front of a speakeasy and had to be shot. I want my 12 rubles.
Please, don't let him. I only owe 12 rubles.
Can I cover his debt with his money?
Yes, I beg you. I promise you, sir, I'll repay every kopeka.
Well, you've got a sponsor. All right, get him out of here. So, how'd you take it? Black or cream and sugar?
I don't want coffee.
Shit, who turns down coffee? What kind of a man are you? Tell me what brings you here.
There's a certain woman who would like to disappear from Warsaw. Conventional transportation isn't an option.
What exactly do you mean by disappear?
I'm looking for safe and discreet transportation to Vienna. On the double quick.
Sadly, the shivs can't help. That's not our line. Passport policy is a nightmare, and smuggling will get you the news. Not worth it. But I know a man, Javier something or other. Although finding him might be tricky.
You know where I can find him?
Thank the gods of chaos that you've got a great buddy like me. You should talk to Foreman Romek. He usually recruits day laborers in the Povishla district. He knows everybody there.
Thanks. I'll head off.
Not so fast. Have you been to Povishla since you got back from your travels?
Last time I was there was more than 15 years ago.
Well, it's just like it used to be. One big fishing village where everybody knows one another and gets along. Ask around, and you'll find Javier in a snap.
Thanks. I can handle it from here.
I doubt it.
Foreman Romek?
Depends who's asking.
I'm looking for Javier. I need to talk to him.
Here, our mamas teach us we ain't supposed to talk to strangers.
Can we spare ourselves the verbal wrangling? I'm in sort of a hurry.
A hurry? Well then, my dear sir, let's make sure you get on your way. To the hospital.
Excuse me, officer.
What do you mean, not allowed? Sergeant Kadash, folks gotta work there. Feed their families.
We're conducting an operation.
More like farting around. My taxpayer rubles are paying for you to chow down on herring. Let me through to the wharf.
And what are you here for?
Sergeant Karash, I'm here on official business.
Of course. Boys, let this gent through.
Well, ain't they all chummy? What about us?
Enough of this Narishkit. Say who you are and what you're doing on my turf.
First, show yourself, coward.
You're in no position to raise your voice.
It's better that way. We can talk as equals.
I'll put it another way. How come you're pestering me about Javier?
I didn't know I was on someone's turf.
People here have got enough problems of their own without some goyish outsider coming and giving them crap. Get to the point.
Your salutor. I don't know him.
He's a Debok. He looks around for lost souls who don't know better and go where they shouldn't.
Terrifying. I'm looking for Javier.
What for?
Let's say I need his services urgently.
Is that all? I took you for someone else. I can introduce you to Javier. You interested?
I know Javier likes to fight. So, should we head to the boxing ring?
Something like that. I see you've sniffed out what you can. Shall we?
Lead the way. You sure changed your tune quickly.
Welcome to Povishla. Fighting first, hugging later. Ariel Rafe. Stick with me and they won't touch a hair on your head. Just don't come on Saturdays. Welcome to the dungeon, a mecca of gambling and violence. You see the box above the ring? I'll wait there. Make yourself comfortable. Put a bet on the fight. And come find me.
Excuse me, are you ladies fighting here?
Yep, Bessie and Alice Gordon from Buffalo Bills. There a problem?
No, not at all. I'm wondering how you ended up here.
Getting even. We got a score to settle.
Ugh, sure do. With Barstick.
That fucker was going with me for a while. Only he didn't mention.
He was dating me too.
We're gonna jog his memory. American style.
With violence.
I see. Good luck in the fight.
Place your bets, ladies and gents. Don't miss the chance to earn some dough. How about a bet?
Who's fighting?
You're awful twitchy. You want a spree or angling to rat us out? Who let you in here?
I came with Ariel Rofe.
If you're with Ariel, it's all hunky-dory. You're in our dungeon here, gent. No rules, no restraints. That's how we play around here. But you was asking who's fighting. Our pride and joy. A real canny lad from right here in Povishla. Barshchik.
And in the other corner?
Everybody who wants to take him on. All of them against one. Sort of a local tradition. So, you betting there, ain't you?
Maybe next time.
You're fretting, Ariel. His hips are fine.
Shouldn't you be at home right now? With your husband?
And you, what are you doing here?
Barstik, meet Victor Shulsky. He has business with Javier, and he'll do anything to meet him.
Anything?
Anything. Victor is a thaumaturge. It might make for a fantastic main attraction. What do you think?
Sorry, what?
What? A magician in the ring? Yeah.
I can fight, but afterward, I'm going to want to talk business with Javier.
That can be done.
All right.
Yeah, I like him. Señoras y señores, a slight change of plans. I won't be fighting. I know. Barschek is the best. But listen. Marcel and his brothers-in-law versus a son of Shurmirsha, a swell, a magician, Victor Shulsky. Don't embarrass me. Good, Victor. The crowd loves you.
They love to hate you. That's all right, too.
Give them time. Does Victor deserve the neighborhood's respect? Maybe the chicos from Fifth Alley will make mincemeat out of him. You can do it, Victor.
All right, that's it. Enough with the diversion. Let's talk business.
Bueno, he's had enough. Did you see him? Not such a weak chico after all.
How do you feel?
Mainly, I feel cheated, Senor Javier.
Come on.
Javier Sanchez via Conejito Ramirez. Good to meet a friend of Ariel's. Tell me, gringo, how can Javier help you today?
What was that whole farce for?
What for? What for? Because Barstik's got a sore hip, that's what for.
Mentiras y calumnias.
Get to the point.
I need a smuggler.
I know, Mago. Say what you need me to smuggle.
Who? One lady needs to discreetly leave the Russian partition and get to Vienna.
For how much?
She can afford it. Let's just say she's quite far up in high society.
A rich chica wants to go to Vienna? Well, I don't know.
I'm sure somebody is looking for this Klafter. Otherwise, she'd get on a train.
If they catch us, it's la muerte para nuestros amigos.
However, fortune favors chutzpah after all.
Al diablo. The river giveth, the river taketh away. Vámonos.
So, what's now?
Now go get the lady, and we'll meet at Port Praga at night. But tell that Klafter of yours that it ain't gonna be a tea party.
Adios.
Hold it, Tempermancer, for I am White Roman.
Pardon?
You are Victor Szulski, son of Śródmieście. Your family is famous for its powerful Tempermancers.
I am the most powerful of the entire family.
This will make you a worthy opponent. This city is too small for two masters of temperamency. I am a master of temperamency, White Roman, and I challenge you to a duel. Everything is at stake. The winner will be declared King of the Temperamancers.
If you insist.
The memorable moment is here. To me, devoted visitors. To me, salutors.
Oh, God.
that you also took a valuable and instructive lesson from this.
I accept the title.
Your trust. I will find you when you are ready for the next fight.
The things people come up with.
Yes, sir?
I guess I'll come back later.
Goodbye. Yes, sir?
Please let me in. It's urgent.
You can't just turn up like this. What will I tell sir and madam?
Fear not, I'm here for Rasputin.
I can sense he's in the drawing room.
I hope that you've had a hospitable stay.
You have unsettling friends, truly. The Nadajinskis are reserved and boring, unlike that Grigory.
What do you think of him?
I don't. I'd like to leave this place now, if possible.
We'd better get a move on.
Finally, don't forget my luggage.
How many dresses and pairs of stockings do you need?
As many as I'd like. I have some very profitable secrets in that chest.
Blackmail?
Insurance. Correspondence with various people who aren't entirely aware that I didn't burn their letters.
Do I understand that this time around I'll be lugging the chest myself?
Hurry up.
Look around, this ain't a museum. Head down. That building in front of you. The entrance is around the corner.
You pick some very interesting people to work with.
What's that?
From now on, that's your problem. Entrance around the corner, right?
I hope you know what you're doing.
Did you want a pumpkin carriage and some glass slippers, senora? Smuggling in as romantico as that.
Javier, yes? I've outgrown fairy tales. I'm here to make a deal.
I left that fucking chest by the door. I could barely lug it. Big as a whale's trapeze. We gonna do something or just stand here and stare?
So what's the plan? What are we doing?
You'll get papers, Austrian ones. Almost authentic, but don't go flashing them left and right.
Then it's off to the pier and onto a boat out of the city. Then a steamship upriver.
In Krakow, a transfer to a Vienna-bound train. He'll be there in a few days.
Sí, bueno. As soon as we agree on the money.
If this is going to work, then we need to get going.
Ariel, you go to the puerto and call the little captain. La señora will get changed, and we'll follow after you. Victor will come too. He'll see if anyone's following us.
Что? I'll do what?
What you paid for. Vaya con Dios, my friend.
A gute Nacht, Scheifele.
Damn wife fucker. You've ruined my life.
Your chica did what she wanted. Victor, tell him I'm right.
Two of you? I'll fuck you both up.
I'm going to get killed because someone disrespected the sanctity of marriage. Have you ever considered celibacy? Your business would go better.
What kind of life would that be, señora?
But the boat can't hold that!
There's no choice.
If God wills it, a broom can shoot. Load it up.
Vámonos. There's no time.
I need another word with Victor.
Señora.
Time to pay up.
Time's running out. I need the knowledge you promised me.
What are you guys lagging around for? Hurry up!
Your father moved in the circles of people who shared his views, who would like to see Poland back on the map. Do you understand what I mean? He was a patriot.
I didn't expect he could have gotten involved with such a lofty idea.
He secretly dreamed of creating a force that would give true hope to the Polish people, one that might tilt the scales in favor of the independence fighters.
Loca, quickly!
He believed he didn't need a great army, just a handful of daredevils with extraordinary abilities.
You getting in the boat or not?
I need to go. Your father was a wonderful man, Victor. And you remind me of him a great deal. Thank you for everything.
Wait! Who are these people? How can I find them?
I don't know. They hide in the shadows. Good luck. I trust that you'll find your grimoire, Victor Szulski. Adieu.
An eye on those bequeathal papers. If there's a problem with payment, we'll reach out to you.
Why are you so distrustful?
When a poor man eats a chicken, one of them is sick.
Amigos.
Victor!
You think they're dead?
They had no chance. Clad in clay and the fury of the sons of Israel will arise to crush their enemies. Get out of here. Golems follow blood. The farther away you are, the better.
What the hell are you talking about?
And it will pursue them until their blood is lost in the abysses of Sheol. You understand?
What am I supposed to do to get rid of him?
A golem is gonna look for you until he kills you, and all of those of your blood. That is, unless you can figure out why he was sent after you. You must have really gotten under somebody's skin.
I haven't done anything to anyone.
That means someone of your blood did it. Do you hear me? Ask your blood. Get lost. Not exactly my favorite person right now.